girl. But that's so good against my deck that wants priority, chat. Mom, Jace is cheating again. And the game of lamb. This is so rude. Well, onslaught for their Victoria hand. That's some bullshit right there. Cannonball! All right, Onslaught, I need you to jump to the right, bud. To the right, to the right. Gonna cannonball to the right. Do 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 do. I mean, assuredly, this wins the game every time, yes? Every time has been declared. They've not triggered the warhead yet. So the warhead pops. What if they jug us? Jug's not a girl. No! No, wait, we're still winning the left. We're still winning the left because of the rocket? I believe. It was much closer than I anticipated. I was like, we've got the warhead. We're gonna get to push him out, guaranteed. Narrator, it was in fact not guaranteed. There's gonna be a $100 bundle with Merlin and Sentry in it. Ooh. Should have known we were toxic, Jace. We queued up with Daredevil in our deck. Who queues with Daredevil if they're not planning to be toxic? No one, that's who. Man, I'm actually missing 700 gold variants. Feels weird, man. Feels weird, man. Missing 700 gold variants. Very, very weird champion. The variants are kind of mid, though. I believe that the current Merlin variants we have are very good. All right, now I gotta go look. What do we classify as a mid Merlin variant? Yeah, like I don't think anything ever replaces the Creative House Pocket one for me. It's this one, I assume. It's not a terrible piece of art, but like, no, it's no CHP. This one that's jacked up actually looks really good in this is the one that's what our last opponent just played. I think this one looks pretty good too. Stinking brood destroying my curve. Unlucky, unlucky. Got him. Hey, Eldoran, thank you for mixing up my messages. Welcome to chat. Pre-programmed response, wrong. Yeah, super giant against the zombie Scarlet Witch definitely feels a lot like bullying. It's big. My opponent's deck isn't even good. We're beating up on an energy. Oh man. And I even get to Shadow King the zombie horde. It's me. I'm the problem. It's me. At tea time, everybody agrees. Do we Shadow King right and fill the left? Ah, my Rocket and Groots are gonna do stuff. It's fine. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Won't somebody please think of the children? Won't somebody please think of the zombie hordes? Could they beat us here? Maybe. I guess they're an agent Venom deck is more reason to try and Shadow King. More reason to try and Shadow King two things is fair. I wasn't really thinking about it from that angle. Man, what's her name is really going through it, huh? Whoop. Oops. Did I do that? Oh no! Zombie giant man! Oh, chat, we're so toxic! Oh, we're so toxic. Oh, man. Can you believe they put this card back to a 2/2? What a sport with the fist bump afterwards too. I wouldn't fist bump me, chat. Insert Shadow King dot meme, yeah. Yummy. Imagine trying to play fun cards like my opponent. This deck's pretty good in a deep space, huh? Got Hydration Robert and Lizard that both don't mind it at all. I'm refunding my sub and my metafy and I'm sending back my shaker. LOL. That's not the lizard I wanted for Christmas. Against a fellow Hydra Bob deck, I think I'm just playing the Shadow King on curve to keep my speed better. There's a chance this card doesn't have a ton of text anyways. Super rewarded. This is definitely a teenage warhead into the Jocasta path angle, yeah? Oops, did I do that? We're so toxic. Where are they gonna play their cards, chat? Where are they gonna play their cards? You think they put a car over here, or do they try and play for the Adam Warlock path? We could do this to stop their end of turn things next turn. That's honestly not a bad idea. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. So this means they can't Fantasticar the end of turn things they play this turn. And their Havoc and their Theta don't trigger. We might lose the center with Jocasta. I suppose. Oh yeah, we're cooked! Actually cooked, gamers. Wait, what? The best around! No one's ever gonna bring us down. Truly a skill-based game. Truly. Thought I was well done. Turns out just a little bit pink in there still. They did not realize how badly the turn 5 Supergiant screwed them. You think they're snapping just to get Bob out of Jotunheim? I assume they're snapping just to get Bob out of Jotunheim. Unfortunate to lose the coin flip here on how does deck win without Shang? I mean, you have a lot of little numbers that end up. You have Cannonball. Huh. Oh, snap. What are my 4 best cards? Bob. Is it like Bob, Speed? Speed's gonna be how big? I don't know if Speed's gonna be big enough. I want to get Bob down, I think, in case we draw Rocket and Groot. Rocket and Groot's definitely on my list of best possible. No, I'm not playing Daredevil. I think it's Speed into Cannonball into Warhead, yeah? So we'll speed on 3, and then we'll Cannonball on 4, and then we'll Warhead on 6. We should have priority. Is this better? This is what? This is 8? These are probably more than 8, yeah? I think these are more than 8. I don't think they've seen Cannonball yet. You think we Warhead now? No, I think we want Warhead going into the last turn. I think I should have priority going into 6. No. I want a Cannonball next turn. And then we should have priority going into the next one, right? Yeah, I'm gonna Cannonball early. Honey.
Victory.
I don't know. I don't know what the plan was there, bud. But that certainly didn't seem like it, huh? Did you see my message? Come on, Jace, you should never ask me if I saw your message. You should just type it again. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm happy to put the gold in the bundles you bought towards whatever you want, Jace. Absolutely. Sorry, I thought I responded to that one. Apologies. Let's see if the gold conquest doesn't always fire this early in the season. If we sit in the queue for 60 seconds, I'm gonna forfeit the ticket. We'll go back to playing the Proving Grounds, but sometimes they're okay.
Oh, snap.
I'm gonna continue snapping on one anyways, though. Whatever you want to use it on. I'm gonna use it on little old me. Thank you for all your absurd support over the last many years you've been here, Jace. Crush that bits badge. The badgiest of bits. I think I want speed center. It's my biggest possible thing I can shove in the throne room in this deck. Probably not beating Lockjaw deck in the throne room. Yeah. Speed's probably not enough. A boy could dream though. Hello! Show me your secrets. I wonder what this next Hella matchup is like. That's a blink there for those not familiar with the artwork. What if I Cannonball here and then we Juggernaut here on the last turn? The blink won't work. It's probably not going to work, correct? Oh, wait, what if the Cannonball pushes it back into here after we Juggernaut? Awkward. It's fine. I win by 50-50 every timer. Oh, wait, I can just do this. Easy game. Never doubted us for a second. Whee! Oh my god, watch them blink the blade into Ghost Rider and Magneto to win. Phew! I wasn't panicking, you were panicking! Victory. I think having a bad Hela matchup isn't disqualifying, not my dance. I think I would be apprehensive about playing a deck with a bad discard matchup in a tournament. Not gonna take this too seriously. This is basically our ideal curve. I mean, we would have liked a 1-drop on 1. But yeah, generally speaking, good curve here for us. Alright, that's a Scar. Dracula? Huh? It's one you don't see every day.
Minions to me.
Show me your secrets. We drop old CB here in the center, and then we're hoping to draw Negasonic to pair with Mercury on the last turn. How do we feel about counting on Dracula missing? Mike Jansen, thank you for the 11 months. Welcome back. Do we agree that Dracula missing is the out? Oh, and we moved the blade again! Holy! Their hand is empty, chat. Wow! Sometimes lucky, rubber ducky. Victory. Games like this really highlight why I really like the new Deadpool's Diner, and I like Conquest more than the ladder generally, because like if I'm playing this matchup on the ladder, I'm just supposed to leave because statistically it's very bad for us, but it's satisfying and fun to be able to play to low percentage outs and feel like it's not just a spew to do so, right? Like anybody who's played like other games like Magic the Gathering or Hearthstone or traditional card games where it's not a stat mechanic, like, you know those stories, right? The ones where, like, you're like, oh, man, I hit my thing into my thing and I played to this out and it was perfect and it was sweet, etc. Those types of story narratives that you get in those types of games quite frequently. Did not get blessed with anything that would be super helpful here, unfortunately. This matchup is bad enough that we could lose 5 in a row. I agree, Deadly, genuinely. I don't think our opponent is remotely dead here. Some variation of Deadpool's diner play would be great for the latter. I completely agree. Completely agree. Yeah, we're hoping to top deck Mercury here. Huh? Oh, I just don't have priority either. Am I staying for one more here? I feel like I'm close enough to win this game that I stay, but I assume we're dead. Go left! Unluck. Unluck. Honestly, I think being 1 and 3 to win the game here, it means we're supposed to stay. Just make sure I understand your request. Do you want me to play this deck against... You want me to pilot this deck against you playing... discard? I mean, I don't know. If the matchup felt like it could be close, that might be worth it, but I feel like you're just cooked there. Do we Warhead now? I genuinely don't know. I feel like we're in an okay spot, though, to push the button. Yeah, turn 7 makes the whole thing weird, I agree. The middle could technically be at risk to Magneto. Ooh, that's a good call out, honestly. Can I fill all these locations up? Yeah, the warhead getting used up on the card going away is very sad. I think we're gonna lose the raid here. Oh gosh. Wait, they discarded. Holy, did we get him? Guys, gals, and non-binary pals, we got him.
Victory.
Sometimes lucky rubber ducky. Down for a showcase? Yeah, I think so. I need to are we at an ad break? Yeah, I need to roll an ad. And yes, not my dance. We can jam. It's no different than a random, I suppose. Let the adverts roll. We're gonna continue super gianting some nerds when we return. Don't go anywhere. If you're watching on the YouTube side, you enjoy all the content I make sure you tap the like button on whatever you're watching right now. BRB. Got some leftover grapes to run upstairs here too. Koi Cricket! Thank you for the 4.5 years and the absurdly generous tier 3 sub. Clever, witty message pending by 5 years. I'll have one. Excellent. Excellent. You got a little bit of time. Some time to figure it out. Imagine the places we'll be and the things we'll be playing in 5 years, chat. Another year and a half? Who knows? Well, the places will go. Oh, the places will go. Oh, are we gonna last that long? Here's open. Fingers crossed. As much as the system of getting specific cards is nice, the rate of release makes me further behind in my collection. At no point in Marvel Snap's history have you ever been able to get every single card without spending money, and the current release system is no exception to that. Well, Snap to move Bob out of Krakoa, I think. Try and get him into Murray Island to collect some points up. Also hopefully help us grab priority for Rocket Raccoon here. It could also bounce him into the... Oh, I was expecting that to be the, what's it called, lane? Worked out nicely. That's less nice for the home team. It's actually, I was having this conversation. I think it was with Not My Dance last night. Actually, we BS in DMs periodically, where it's interesting to me how much extra focus people have on things. What I'm saying, I can't keep up with. There's more cards, and I feel like people have forgotten that was a regular complaint even before they were releasing more cards. Like, I remember that complaint regularly being leveraged when we only released, 4 cards a month. Because that specific complaint isn't really about how many cards are being released. It's about I can't get every card without spending money is what it boils down to. And I think the Second Dinner team has shown pretty clearly at this point that the economy is never going to be structured in a way where you can spend nothing and get every card the day it releases. All right, so they're gonna Khonshu. I'm just gonna drop a Blade into play. Do I want to kick Khonshu out of here after it reanimates? I don't think so. What if I Cannonball here? I think I'm into that. Let's kick this Morbius into the center. And now I've ended up with priority here. Does that do anything for me? So this puts me to 25, 26. They would go to 27, and then I'd tie here. So it's just a coin flip on this guy, yeah? And this matchup, I think, is bad for us, so I'm definitely staying on the flip. Oh, God. Oh, I forgot to play Shadow King. Watch that bite me. You've gotta be forking shirting me. This fucking guy. If the Gambit had hit anything else, anything else over here would we have won? Or do we need them to hit one of these? If they hit this one, we would have been -3 down to 18, but we would have been +4, and they would have been -4. No, we needed them to hit offense. So not playing the Shadow King reduced me from a coin flip. But again, I think one of the things to think about from a pure theory perspective when you're playing Conquest is that the worse a matchup is for your deck, the more risks you're supposed to take. So if you're in a matchup that's bad for you and you can play yourself to a I'm a coin flip to win this game scenario, you should absolutely be staying in that moment. I think I'm trying to grab priority for this next turn. Well, that's not going to be possible. I think we're cooked here. That's a good step. Maybe a turn late. It depends on how many bad hits they had for Corvus. When they hit the Proxima, they're super ahead. My number one eternal piece of advice for Marvel Snap always has and always will remain from the economy perspective is you don't need absolutely every card in this game to be competitive. And if you're someone who's not spending money, the key to having success in this kind of game and being content with it is 100% being willing to understand you're going to skip some cards and prioritizing picking up cards that you find fun. Figuring out what types of decks you enjoy playing, and then getting cards for those as a priority. They did get Blacklight off the hub, but they just gambited their Morbius, so let's push the button. Oh, I forgot Snapping was moving Robert. Word. Maybe I should have put Lizard over here. This card doesn't have text to this matchup. It's going to play it out here for the energy for later. It's just those. Don't know. I don't know that this is enough on the left. Needed one more energy to be able to play Warhead out. likely been enough. Should have maybe played the Misty Knight in the center.
You won't need this anymore.
I am reborn.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how this deck's ever supposed to win this matchup is. I feel like if you wanted to have a shot in this matchup, you need like a red guardian at a minimum. You probably can't afford to play. Ghost Rider, but Red Guardian's probably worth a consideration. I don't know how much value the Echo's getting. Having a 1-drop on 1 is nice on occasion though. It's been a bit since I last played Snap. I used a Khonshu deck. Is he still good? I would argue Khonshu is better than he was on release by a good margin right now. Yeah, there's a lot of competitive discard strategies at the moment. Yeah, the Darkhawk build of Super Giants probably got a bit more balanced matchup table because like Korging and Terraxing your opponent means you can just make their deck not work with some consistency. Oh god. They've announced a Minecraft movie sequel, chat. Uh-oh. What about Zoo? It's been a little while since Zoo was super competitive. Best variation of Khazar's stuff is probably like Ultron stuff, but like Gilgamesh Marvel Boy type things I think get outscaled on average too much of the time. Insert Spider-Man meme here. R splits a little better. So I was about to snap getting to play Rocket and Groot into here, and then this happened. So I guess I won't. Wait, this is an Echo in their Destroy deck? Who hurt you, gamer? Who hurt you? Was the Terrax Darkhawk deck in your top performers video? It was, yeah. Yeah, I think this is a pretty serviceable plan. I guess it enables their destroy stuff, though. Honestly, I almost feel like I'm supposed to Super Giant and Snap. Do I want to put one of these here? Probably wants to put one of these here as well. I think it's gonna get at least as many points back. I don't know that I want to commit to. At least one. Show me your secrets. Do they just do nothing? They just did nothing, yeah. Warhead on bar does not work how we want it to. It does not, no. But it might actually be the play just from a numbers perspective. We can Shadow King the Rocket and Groot. That's a good call. That's fun. That's better. It's more points than Bob. Yeah, it's +6. Is Venom middle bigger? Is it? Venom middle would be 5. And then 10 would be 20. I don't think it matters. Yeah, Venom center is 20. Yeah, it's worse against Null, but they're Null and Death weren't cheap, so. Ego is worse for their deck than it is for mine. I'm gonna snap. Ego chose to play the Celestial Barrier Ground card for both players. Wake up, sheeple. Wake up! Ego's about to put on a little makeup. Look at this combo with Lizard powering up Goliath here, chat. That's just good deck building. Just good, clean deck building. What on earth does the opponent play? They're playing Destroy with some cheeky cards. God damn it, Ego! The Captain Carter is a random. Grandmasters in their deck. Enchantress is in their deck? Who hurt you, opponent? What was their name? I mean, we're supposed to stay here. There are 2/3 to play cards not in Genosha. And we have a decent amount of points on the left. Manny Bamonti! Thank you for the 99 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. So the people in chat who haven't been here for an eternity, Manny and I go way back. He was one of the people dumb enough to drive around the country with me playing Magic the Gathering in a former life. Now we're just old men living in Central Illinois. Yo, the good old days. No, the old days that have been good as up for debate. Is Magic the Gathering that gacha game with 100 set releases a year? That's honestly kind of unfair to gacha games, Manny. The gacha games I tend to play typically only release like one new card a month, or one new character a month. Speaking of DC Dark Legion enjoyers, Hippolyta releases in six hours. I'm gonna restrain myself and do my polls on stream tomorrow morning is the plan. Can they draw Winter Soldier now? No, I'm pretty sure it's still Bucky Barnes in the deck. My queen, my queen! But it was tired of getting outscaled by Mr. Negative, mood. Aren't we all? Yeah, Warhead just doesn't work on the left, which is unfortunate. Is what it is. Speaking of magic, my Spider-Man secret layer came in today. I don't even play the game anymore, but they still know how to get my money. I mean, genuinely, like, all the... I get people feeling burned out on, like, all the universes beyond stuff, but it's really, truly some of the smartest marketing Wizards of the Coast has ever done. They're just making gobbles and gobbles of money, I am sure. Oh, I guess I don't need to move this yet. This isn't flipping up yet. Mistakes were made. Honestly, I feel like I'm probably in a pretty good spot. It's just this. Honey. Interesting. Yeah, that was probably a concession stay. Fair.
Victory.
Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with spending your money on dumb things that bring you joy, chat. It's fine. It's fine. In fact, speaking of, you know what? You want to see a twofer, chat? Dumb thing that's gonna bring me joy and going to embarrass my children. Yeah, I got this. It's sitting on my chair next to me here. Speaking of, so the kids are going on a camping trip next weekend. Not this weekend, but next weekend. And there's a group activity that the council is putting together that are Celtic games. So me and a few of the other dads, we ordered matching kilts for the Celtic games. So I actually haven't quite figured out how this one goes on. There's straps or something that they go together. But I haven't worn a kilt since undergrad yet. We got some blue and green plaid matching kilts for the old Celtic games theme. Oh. Got some knee-high black socks to go with it too. Lovely. Perfect on theme. Hardest infinite ticket I've ever fought for, Chip. Hardest infinite ticket I've ever fought for. Slam dunk. I've beaten the gold conquest. It's 122. Let's play one or two more with this. I was gonna wrap, but we can play the ladder again in a minute. So let's play one or two more, and then we'll wrap, and then we'll play a different deck on the ladder, I think is the plan. All right, Lizard lives in the danger room every time, yes? Your Lizard at home may not, but my Lizard is a professional. All right, so we'll get 1 point here, even if we lose the eternity range. A little bit of an expansion diff in our favor, I think, there. Super Giant's actually pretty good at this matchup, yeah? Stop him from enabling stuff on turn 5. Do we think they're gonna play for the center, or are they gonna play for the right? I think they're inclined to go for the center with X23, yeah? Eric, thank you for the over 5 years. Welcome back. Excuse me. Unlucky. Oh, they just have another one. Wow, and they hit the 25%er? Super punish. If Carnage too, brutal. We did at least make it out with priority. It gets like this into Juggernaut on the last turn. She's phenomenal in this matchup. Super Giant is very good in the Destroy matchup, agree. Any deck's looking to do a big setup on turn 5 that's time sensitive. I think it's this. I think it's this. Go right, X23! Thank you. I didn't want both of you to go right, only one. Get the second one, go back, please. Cooked. Cooked. Wasn't as expected to be. It's so funny to me watching Dexter and Dara be super doomer about the state of Snap content. You can tell this was a lot of people's first full-time card game. This Darius Tree. He's actually been making an effort. He's probably streamed more in the last couple of weeks than he has for a while. I assume whatever money he had saved up finally ran out. But it's also not too super surprising that they're extra doomer without drops, because like those two colluding together, like they make way more extra money from Marvel Snap drops than basically any other content creator in the space. Like as a point of reference, like my personal ad revenue is probably like $1,000 to $2,000 more in a month when drops go and they hit the numbers well, and like their numbers, the way they work together during drops, are probably, I don't know, 2 or 3x mine at least. So I'm sure their revenue is dramatically. Everybody's down, but I'm sure theirs is down percentage-wise dramatically more. I think I'm Warhead this turn, so I just keep spending all of my energy. Oh yeah, that's right. Dexter did Hearthstone before, but Dexter's Hearthstone stuff was more YouTube centric, right? Did he live stream full time for that? He doesn't even really quite live stream full time for Snap either. Like his usual live hours are like 20-ish hours a week if there weren't drops going on. I think he was always a little bit more YouTube centric. Gosh, look at us being toxic to this gamer. He was basically YouTube only for that. That's interesting. They clearly want the extra energy. Do I Juggernaut them here? No, I think I want that for the last turn, yeah. I think I'll take the extra points on Rocket and Groot. We could Cannonball to take them off energy. That's not a terrible choice. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Because this either locks them on the left with the Grand Central, or it shrinks the Victoria Hand Center. What did Dexter do? Him and Dara have just been very, very doomer on social media about the state of Snap. I would assume mostly because the line hasn't been going up, for lack of a better term, for content stuff. Their Meek can technically move. Let me do this. I think I'm into it. And for reference, people are familiar with my background. I've been a Twitch partner for over a decade. I've been doing this as a full-time job for 8 years. Over 8 years now. And I think if you would have told me at the start of Marvel Snap, I'd still have, you know, almost 1,000 people watching me on a random Thursday afternoon here like we do. 3 years after the game release, I'd have been like, yeah, it sounds great, sign me up. That's better than Magic numbers. It's comparable to my average viewer count when I was streaming Magic during one of my best years of Magic. Now, fair's fair, Magic the Gathering does have significantly more whales than Marvel Snap does. So, like, my subscriber count was higher when I was streaming to less viewers on Magic. But just in terms of pure viewer numbers, this is still 3 years later higher than Magic was at the peak for me. Oh wait, is that true? Maybe that was the second year. I think my Magic peak year was a bit better. Now I'm gonna check. I hate to quote wrong numbers. Yeah. The one good year Magic had, I averaged 1,400. But the second year following, it was like 900-ish, 850. Yeah. Before I review here, just to tangent for a little bit. I genuinely think, from a mechanics perspective and an economy perspective and a gameplay perspective and a limited time game modes perspective, literally everything about Marvel Snap right now is the best it's ever been. Like, and that's something that a lot of people have a hard time coming to grips with these live service games where, like, they're gonna peak in their first year. What set or era of Magic was a good year? That was the year Magic Arena released. It had nothing to do with the actual sets being good. In fact, I think you could argue those sets were the beginning of Magic's, like, erosion and its quality of gameplay even. But the numbers were good because Arena was shiny and new. Because that's how these things work. They're most popular and have the most hype and interest around them when they're brand new. And it doesn't matter if things are good and sweet or whatnot. Like, three years in, like, the numbers are gonna be lower. Doesn't mean the game is bad. Doesn't mean the game's dying. It's just like, that's just how the cycle on live service games go. Is there any word on Second Dinner doing Twitch drops again? So my understanding from Second Dinner, talking to people there, I don't think I'm breaking an NDA to say this, is that they want to resume doing Twitch drops, but there's some type of holdup with either their implementation or working with Twitch directly that they haven't been able. I don't know what the disconnect is there, but Twitch drops aren't not happening because they don't want to do them anymore. They're not happening because there's some type of jumble in the middle. This deck was fun. We even snuck out a game win against the discard variation there in that last one. I think your traditional discard and your Hella matchup seems like it's tough, but a lot of the other matchups, it felt like we had really reasonable tools to be competitive into them. I feel like if I was playing this and I wanted a little bit more balanced matchups, I would perhaps try and work. I really feel like I want a Red Guardian somewhere, but, like, looking at it, I don't know that I have an easy cut for it. I think you'd probably have to give up the Echo for the Red Guardian. Her tech effect really wasn't that useful, but having more ones is just good because, like, she helps you fight for priority, and priority's good with Rocket Raccoon or Rocket and Groot and Warhead. That would be my one thought. I don't know if it would be worth jacking the curve up a little bit, but I would be inclined to try Red Guardian in here, I think.